Hi. So I've just finished watching the Giants Live Strongman Open and Deadlift Championships 2025 and thought I would share some of my thoughts on it. Overall, I thought it had a really fun vibe compared to some recent Giants Lives in the last few years. This just had a different vibe. I don't know whether it was down to Mitchell Hooper being a co-commentator. I thought he was actually really good. I know he winds a lot of people up generally with some of his content and some of his comments, but just really professional and obviously very, very knowledgeable. So that was really good. I really enjoyed that bit. I felt really bad for Evan Singleton. Again, ultimately, he goes into every event like a bull in a china shop. His lockout wasn't 100%, but Magnus's down command, or actually it was an up command, he was telling Evan to continue locking it out. I don't know why he had to do this instead of just holding his hand up until it was locked out. That's standard stuff, right? As he was moving his hand, Evan thought it was a down signal and then went straight for the next rep and hurt his hamstring. So not great news for Evan there. Also with the deadlifts, I thought Austin Andrade's 470 looked a bit incomplete, but he was given it. It's not his fault, and I'm glad he got it because last year he fell over with it at the top. Just standards, I think, slightly opposing. Raul Flores, the young Mexican lad, very impressive, just missed out on 480, but he knows he can do it. We know he can do it. He did it a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, really impressed seeing a lot of people there and an exciting prospect for the future, I think, that young lad. Thor's 5'10". I've never seen anything like that. It was smoother than his 505. We all know that there was problems with that lift, with the conditions, but it was smoother than 501. It was smoother than some of the mid to late fours he's done recently. Just so impressive. It looked like an 85 straight 90% lift almost to me, perhaps 95%, but absolutely incredible. And to go on and win the rest of the competition is just insane. I was really pleased with how Matt Ragg did. He was doing awesomely 2 or 3 years ago and then kind of dropped back a bit. I know Shane is doing a great job with his coaching. I think that's starting to click now, and he was really impressive. It's a real shame that Pavlo Nekonechny had to pull out. I think he said he pulled a tricep during deadlift warm-ups, but in all honesty, I'm a bit relieved. He still doesn't look quite ready, I think a little bit longer is required there for him to, if he can ever get back to that shape that he was in, which was phenomenal shape. I've never seen anyone like that. And he looked a long way off of his previous condition, which is understandable. It's good to see Bish back, but I think he's past his optimal best, as it were, but it's great that he's still out there doing it. Paddy's overhead was really impressive on the Viking press, considering how his overhead has been. Gav, Paddy and Eddie Williams all surprised the hell out of me on the Viking press. I know I've jumped a load of events here. I'm just talking about highlight stuff for me. Bryce considering his performance at Smo the other week, on the log, I was really impressed with his Viking. I know it's different. The lockout is different, but he managed to lock out 15 reps, which is really impressive. Bish was again impressive on the power stairs, but he did skip what I think was the hardest event, which I think was the sandbag steeplechase. So he should have been a bit fresher than everyone else. But man of the match definitely goes to Thor. Incredible, great to see him back at a Giants Live competition, and I need to have a look at his 470 again, but I felt like his foot position was different between 470 and 510. I mean, who cares? They both flew up, but I think toe positioning was slightly, he was toed out a little bit on 470, which is a bit odd for him, but yeah, it flew up. So, cheers. I think it was a really good competition. And I hope you enjoyed it also. Thanks very much.